Anyone that's sold on Amazon knows that one of the worst feelings in the world is waking up to see that some absolute Karen has left you a scathing 1-star review on your product listing. Whether it's your first 1-star review or your 50th, it doesn't matter. Getting bad reviews for a product that you've created, it always feels the same, like someone's gone out of their way to personally attack you. As someone that's sold on Amazon for over 4 years and sold hundreds of thousands of units, I've had my fair share of 1-star reviews from the type of people that just love to moan and complain, even if it's over something incredibly minor. And whilst I've had to take a lot of those reviews on the chin and accept them, I have actually been successful in getting a number of them removed by Amazon because they're not compliant with Amazon's community guidelines, something that I've become very familiar with. Whilst Amazon will often pick non-compliant reviews up automatically and then remove them, often quite a few will slip through the net. So it's important that you're aware of what's allowed when it comes to reviews and what's not. If you receive a review that you think shouldn't have been allowed, then the good news is that you can appeal to Amazon and get them removed. And we're going to be covering that later on in the video. But before we run through Amazon's guidelines of what customers can and can't say when it comes to reviews, let me quickly tell you about this video sponsor, Awesome. Awesome are a digital accountancy firm that have completely changed the accountancy landscape. As specialists in Amazon FBA and e-commerce businesses in general, they take the pain of the administrative side of running a business away. They can help you set up your business and then run all of your accounting affairs for you, whilst you focus on the most important thing, which is you and growing your business. For viewers of this channel only, they're running a special deal where they'll set up your business and be your accountant for 2 months, all for the princely sum of just £1. So check the link in the description if that sounds right up your alley. Okay, so let's now run through some of the reasons that you can use in order to get rid of those pesky 1-star reviews on Amazon. Did you know that if you receive a review on your listing that specifically mentions a competitor by name, then that gives you grounds for its removal? Amazon's community guidelines state that creating, modifying, or posting content regarding a competitor's products or services in a review is strictly forbidden. So take a look through your 1-star reviews and see if any of them mention a competitor's brand by name. If they do, then you should be able to get it removed. Amazon states that customer reviews should be about the product and not about the seller, shipment experience, or packaging. So if the review that you've received talks about the wrong product turning up, about the packaging being damaged, or just something that's generic that doesn't actually mention the product itself, then it's not compliant with Amazon's community guidelines and you can apply to get it removed. If you've received a series of reviews from the same person or company, or you believe that a number of bad reviews have been left in a coordinated attack, then this is an obvious breach of Amazon's community guidelines, which state that reviews should not be left to drown out other people's opinions, including by posting from multiple accounts or coordinating with others. This is something that actually happened to me a few years ago, and whilst I was successful in getting the reviews removed, it did require a lot of proof from me, and I had to do that to substantiate my claims that I was being attacked by the same person. So if you are going to go down this route to getting your reviews removed, you'll need to have a decent amount of evidence that demonstrates to Amazon that you are indeed being attacked. Every product review that is published on Amazon's site needs to be about the functionality or usefulness of the product and not about how much it costs. So if you received a bad review that is exclusively about the cost of the product, which includes whether the reviewer thinks it's too expensive, then you should be able to report this to Amazon and get it removed. Amazon's community guidelines state that reviews cannot be harassing, threatening, or inflammatory. Now, what words fall under the scope of those terms isn't clearly defined. So if you find that a review that you've received contains a swear word or something that some people may consider a swear word, such as crap, for example, then you might be in luck when you report it in order to get it removed. So what do you need to do if you receive a bad review that you don't think is compliant with Amazon's community guidelines? Well, there are actually two different ways to go about it. Amazon's official guidance states that you should just scroll down to the review on your listing and then press the report button. And whilst I have seen some people have luck with this method, I don't like to use it myself because you don't get any feedback or even a confirmation from Amazon over whether they've approved or rejected your request. Instead, the method that I like to use is to email Amazon's community help team and include links to the review and a few bullet points on why the review should be removed. To help support the claim even further, you must provide the excerpt from Amazon's community guidelines, and that will explain to the person reviewing why it shouldn't have been published. So find the specific wording yourself from Amazon's community guidelines, or just quote the wording that I've used throughout this video. Fortunately, the community help team at Amazon are pretty responsive and they'll let you know their decision over your request, usually within 24 hours. If it's accepted, you'll simply be told that they've removed the review, and if it's rejected, they'll often just tell you that the content doesn't infringe their guidelines. If you're not successful in removing a 1-star review and you still disagree with Amazon's decision, it's always worth trying again to see if you can get somebody else that does agree with you. But if you do that, my best advice is to try and include even more evidence and reasoning as to why the review should be removed. If you're still not successful in getting a 1-star review removed after complaining to Amazon, then don't beat yourself up too badly. Having received plenty of bad reviews over the years, I can say with confidence that unless your product is a real stinker and it's consistently getting 1-star reviews over and over, a few bad reviews are not going to break your product's chances of success. Customers realize that no product is perfect, and some of them don't even bother to look at the review score before deciding to make a purchase. And I know that because I once received a 1-star as my very first review, and amazingly, I still managed to make sales and eventually recover. So don't beat yourself up if you do get a bad review. Firstly, try to see if you can get it removed via Amazon using the methods taught in this video. And if you can't, see if you can ensure that it doesn't happen again by incorporating the customer's feedback or suggestion into your next order, and then focus on getting more 5-star reviews. So that is it for this week's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.